Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I am going into my 6th year of homeschooling my 3 kids ages 10, 6, and 1. And today I wanted to share with you guys what we are going to be doing for summer school this year. So I feel like there are a couple things that I need to first disclaim before I get into this video. Number one, we are year-round homeschoolers, so we only take a few weeks off in the summer, a few weeks off in the holiday winter season, and then we do 6 weeks on, 1 week off. So we don't really need to do a lot of maintenance that a lot of other people do that either make these videos or maybe are watching this video. We just kind of do things to kind of keep a solid routine. I feel like when we're on breaks from school, if we don't kind of do a couple of things every single day, our day just feels really out of whack and kind of overwhelms my kids, overwhelms me. I'm sorry, there are like birds and planes and all kinds of stuff out here. The other thing I want to mention is that some of these things is what we plan to do just to kind of give our days rhythm, but if we don't get to them every single day, it's not a huge deal. It is summer, my kids have different activities and sports going on, and you know, in this season of life right now, we literally have something that we're doing every single day of the week, and so it can kind of be overwhelming. Also, my kids know that we just finished school, and so they're kind of expecting like, yeah, we don't have to do anything. So I've kind of already talked to them. There are a couple things that we're gonna do every day, but it's not gonna be overwhelming. My goal is to always have fun. We might switch it up, you know, every single day, may not be the same way, but there are 2 things that we definitely strive to do every single day during our summer school, and that is math and reading. So math for my upcoming 1st grader might look like just doing math seeds on the computer, or maybe playing like a game that's math related, or cooking, or different things like that. And then for my upcoming 5th grader, he's going to continue doing Teaching Textbooks 3. He actually finished BJU Math 3, so at this point Teaching Textbooks 3 should just be review for him. So I think that'll be really good, and he'll be able to go ahead and finish that up before we jump into Math 4 in a few weeks. The other thing that we do every day is reading. So for my younger son, that might look like Bob books or some of the stories he's already read in All About Reading, and then my oldest son is going to be picking a chapter book from the library and just reading that for about 15 to 20 minutes every single day. He also loves Garfield comics, so I have a feeling he's going to be reading those as well. To go along with that, I wanted to talk about some of the programs that we're going to be doing this summer. So one that we love to do every single summer is the summer reading program at the library. I have been involved in so many different ones at different libraries, and they all kind of work the same. I'm sure your library is doing something similar. Basically, you have to either set a goal for yourself or accomplish so many hours of reading or so many books or whatever it might be, and then usually you get prizes or coupons or something like that. I know in our old city, after so many books that you would read or so many hours that you would read, you would get like discounts to local area attractions and things like that, and my kids have just always really enjoyed it, and they really love getting the free book at the end. Something else that our local libraries do is something that they call a cultural pass. Basically, it is just like art and educational things around the city kind of come together and provide free or heavily discounted tickets to those attractions. So basically you get like a little passport and you take it with you, and so there's one for the zoo, there's one for the science center, there's one for like a children's theater. There's just a ton of different options, different museums around town, and you take it with you, and the kids get to go for free, and then my husband and I usually get to go for free or very discounted tickets. So it's so much fun. We loved that. Last year was the 1st year that we did it, and we only got to do a few different things, and then this year we're planning on doing a few other things. And my husband actually has a couple of weeks off in the summer, so we're gonna spend like a full week kind of doing a lot of field trips, if you will. But my kids don't really realize that they're field trips at the same time, so very excited to be doing that this year. So definitely check and make sure if your library or your city or different organizations around have something like that. Most do for summer. They want to get kids involved, they want to get kids in the community, and so I know the Parks and Recreation usually has a lot of different stuff like festivals, events, fun things like that that kids can use as a summer learning opportunity. So as I said, my husband is going to be off for a couple of weeks for his factory shutdown, and we are actually going to be taking a trip to Pennsylvania, and that will include a trip to Gettysburg and possibly Hershey's Chocolate World, see how chocolate is made. We're going to be visiting Amish country, and we're going to be doing a lot of different fun things like that. So lots of educational opportunities there as well. We just also took a trip to Branson, Missouri a couple of weeks ago, and we did like Wonderworks and a couple other fun places. So we've just been really enjoying. We love going educational places on our vacations, and we always try to pencil a few in. My husband and I really love them, and our kids love them as well. Something else we're going to be working on, this is really important for my oldest who is neurodiverse, but it's also really good for my younger son as well. These are just good life skills to have, but I have talked about these a little bit before. They are printable social skills games. So this one is Help Mr. Angry Calm Down, social problem solving game, self-control board games. We actually haven't pulled these out in a while, and I think it's a really good idea that we pull these out, maybe print out some new ones that we haven't played before. Just some good things to focus on. I feel like sometimes during the school year we can let, you know, things like math and reading and things like that get in the way. There's always that whole socialization thing with homeschoolers, right? But for those of us who have children who, whether they were in public school or homeschooled, have issues with socializing, I think it's really important that we focus on that. He does do some of these things in therapy, but his therapy appointments are getting further and further apart as the year goes on for some reason. So these are going to be really important for us to work on. I also got him a workbook that he's going to be working on. I will put that right here, and so that's something that he and I are going to work on this summer. Something else that we're going to really focus on this summer is life skills. Again, just the day in and day out of doing school and all of that can make it so that you kind of forget about some of the important things that, you know, you need to teach your kids. So one of the things we're definitely going to work on is things like with my younger son, tying shoes and riding his bike without training wheels, just some things that he needs to know, or some things that he's really been interested in doing that would be a good time while we're not really focused on school during the days, and we don't have a bunch of sports and things like that in the evening, because we are about to finish up with that. It'll be really good for us to be working on those. So for my oldest son, he has really had a desire in making blankets. He's been asking me all kinds of questions about how blankets are made and all of that kind of stuff, and I don't know how to sew at all, but I do know how to make knotted blankets. So he asked if we could make knotted blankets. He really wants to make a Lightning McQueen blanket, and so I told him that during summer school we would go to the fabric store and he could pick out whatever he wanted, and we would make a knotted blanket, and that'll be like one of his little summer projects. He also has had an interest in cooking, and honestly up until this point I think I've just been a little bit worried about maturity level and of him being able to be responsible enough to do those things. So I think we're just going to start out with, you know, a couple of things like maybe making eggs, you know, making macaroni and cheese, that kind of stuff, to just really build those life skills that are really important. And so summer is a fantastic time to do that. Okay guys, so I'm sure that I forgot something. I always do. Let me know down in the comments what you guys do for summer school. You guys know I love talking all things homeschool down there with you guys. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.